don't know if you've had this, but I've had people throw millions of dollars in my face to do something I didn't want to do. And what? You've been off, yeah. Oh, they're in
The only individuals that get into more trouble than comedians are other well-known comedians in the industry. Kevin Hart dives into the conversation right away. Is he a man of the people? Greatly. Is he thought to be among the best in his field? It is true, in fact. However, scandal has clouded Kevin's life for a good deal of time. Which is exactly what Cat Williams meant, to be honest, when he called him out a few weeks ago. The number of times the Cincinnati native has poked fun of his fellow comic is difficult to count, but Williams seems to have been right about him from the start. This is not what I'm saying to back up what Williams says. I bring this up because Kevin unwittingly supported the man's claims. It only makes matters worse that Kevin's confirmation came before Cat's most recent series of disclosures. We were oblivious to it, even though it was right in front of us the entire time. Considering that Kevin is a man of the people, as I have stated, and how many of those people, in your opinion, don't agree with what the speaker said? Not very large. Fortunately for us, Cat Williams seems to have taken great pleasure in being obstinate, which is perhaps why he decided to draw attention to some of Kevin's less than stellar performances over the years. The idea that Cat has been after Kevin is no longer shocking. In fact, a lot of people are aware of this. You'll be surprised to hear that Kevin has been replying to Williams as well. He just decided to do so in a way that maintained his credibility. Despite his attempts to stay out of the spotlight, Kevin seems to be prone to a similar tendency. In fact, the frequency with which sensationalized stories about him emerge has decreased. Numerous individuals who have had first-hand knowledge of the man assert that he is far worse than the present unfavorable media image of him. Put another way, they found that Kevin will stop at nothing to get money. Are you able to identify this? Yes, Cat has been stating that. As you can see, Cat Williams' main critique of Kevin Hart is that the man had to give up his soul in order to be successful in their industry. A revelation Williams assembled a dossier of evidence to support. Kevin claims that he was referring to a period of time during which his profession will see big and abrupt changes. To make matters worse for him, he was engulfed in scandal at the time, and a number of people who had extended periods of employment with him assert that they were aware of the turning point in his life. Simply a chance occurrence. It doesn't appear plausible. Kevin is the one who everyone is always observing, but things don't seem to be going well for him at the moment. It seems that the same things that led so many people to declare Cat Williams mad in the first place are now being confirmed, and those same people are starting to have second thoughts about their feelings for their hero. Cat Williams has drawn criticism from politicians, celebrities, and even fans for his propensity to voice his opinions on any topic he is aware of without thinking through the possible consequences. In all the years he rode that wave, can you think of a single incident where someone called him out on lying? Probably not. It really does convey the essence, doesn't it? After pursuing Kevin Hart for some time, Cat looks to have finally caught up with him. Kevin is a funnier comic than Cat. Utilizing his height and African American heritage to the fullest, he has written some of the best punchlines in the genre. Cat claims that although Kevin is one of the most successful people in his industry, he really had a lot of help, which allowed him to outperform all of his industry predecessors in half the time it took for them to start their own companies. Shannon Sharpe of Club Shishi, who made horrible accusations against numerous of Williams' business associates, including Kevin, has surfaced on social media. Kevin's career might not be the unambiguous success story that we have always believed it to be, as the cartoon implies. Have you ever attended a sold-out Kevin Hart show where, in Williams' words, people had to wait all day to get tickets? He'd taken his vows earlier. If you are familiar with Kevin's career trajectory, you are certainly aware of his rapid rise to prominence in the comedy industry. He eventually became so influential on the film industry as a whole as opposed to simply the stand-up scene. Right now, Hart's place on the A-list seems secure. He co-hosted the MTV Movie Awards with David Beckham, acted in many blockbusters each year, and made appearances in H&M commercials. However, a deeper look soon revealed that, to begin with, everything had happened considerably faster than usual, and that he was far more capable than first thought. But that's Kevin Hart. He is distinct from the others. That was our initial assumption anyhow, as Kat had hinted that this may be related to his, to put it nicely, sticking it to some people in the industry. That being said, Hart is unquestionably among the wealthiest people in the whole entertainment industry. Cat Williams seems to agree too, revealing that the year after his move to Los Angeles, Kevin was the only comic with a primetime show of his own. Although Kevin considered this accomplishment to be successful, Williams believes it never should have happened. But this was the first time Williams appeared to be giving Hart any kind of compliment in the story. He then talked about his theories on how Kevin was able to become so successful in the first place. First, here are some details that the eerie movie actor shared from Kevin's most recent documentary about Chris Rock. The comedian said that the East Side is where he first found comedy. Williams said, "How is it that Kevin, a comic who specializes in one genre, is getting gigs in Los Angeles and making waves in his hometown when other comics are struggling to make ends meet?" Williams was explicit in saying that he is not sharing this information about Kevin out of bitterness, but rather because he thinks people should not have to put up with those who make up tales to justify their actions. The 52-year-old comedian further suggested that Kevin may have been a member of an exclusive clique that controls the entire company and that the Jumanji actor may have sold his soul in order to advance in his profession. It turns out that the cartoonist was correct all along. You know, not many people know this, but Diddy, one of the biggest names in entertainment history, has this strange relationship with Kevin Hart. At the Roc Nation brunch, Hart and Diddy's public personalities were prominently displayed. They presented themselves as strong and authoritative in their self-assured and fascinating talks, but their relationship was more nuanced than that. During these carefully planned public appearances, each performance had the aim of building their image and brand. In these circumstances, Hart and Diddy were more than simply friends. They added to the gaudy spectacle that is celebrity culture as colleagues. They collaborated to produce a benefit-sharing dance that was shown to the general public. Apart from the Roc Nation brunch, Hart and Diddy frequently portrayed themselves as two industry titans who collaborate flawlessly while making simultaneous public appearances. Meetings between them at charity functions, award shows, or informal get-togethers appeared to indicate a stronger kinship created by their shared experiences in the cutthroat entertainment industry. More than just courteous business interactions, their playful banter and chuckles in front of the cameras demonstrated a tighter relationship between them. However, in practice, celebrity friendships, especially those as public as Hart and Diddy's, are often complex webs composed of threads of mutual benefit, shared interests, and sometimes even vital connections. Public opinion has the potential to make or destroy careers in the entertainment sector, where public friendships may sometimes be viewed as premeditated moves in the celebrity chess match. They honored their accomplishments and showed their strength and unity by going to events together. Keeping up a unified front might work wonders in a field where gossip and scandals travel quickly. Astute businessmen, Hart and Diddy understood the value of their reputation and the strength of their bond. It is clear from their social media interactions that their followers, in particular, were aware of this and made assumptions about it. Posts highlighting the connection and most recent endeavors of the two celebrities would frequently garner a lot of attention. These messages blurred the lines between friendship and business by fusing well-produced advertisements with true tales. Moreover, they often addressed or purposefully avoided the concerns around them by using their public appearances as a means of doing so. With every joke, chuckle, and look they shared, they dominated the narrative, emphasizing their charm and triumphs over the less appealing aspects of their lives. A further examination in 4K shows that Diddy has been progressively making more and more ludicrous allegations of being beaten one after the other. Kevin has remained silent about it as well. Isn't that strange, considering their relationship? It's no secret that Kevin gets into heated arguments on a regular basis, something that seems to be shared by both him and Diddy. Recently, one of comedian Cum's former employees came up to publicly reveal how he has been withholding a large chunk of his life from the public for a very long time. Ms. Shaw, Kevin Hart's purported former assistant, allegedly had a heated interview with Tasha K. Misha even went so far as to use the Instagram account of an Instagram model who she said told Hart's wife that her husband was having an affair to support her allegation that Hart was a chronic cheater. Misha also disclosed that Hart had gotten a regular stored pregnant while on his own tour. Nor did the startling accusations end there. Misha claims that Hart loves to play poker and has a serious gambling problem. She claimed that Hart's circumstances were so bad at one time that he was forced to distribute half of his money to his various subordinates. To put it mildly, Kevin felt badly about himself for being found out by his former coworker. After seeing the footage, he promised to bring charges against her, something he had strangely neglected to do with Cat Williams for years. You see, before his most recent expose on Kevin, Williams had chastised the comic in an interview about a movie he had recently published. The topic of performers dressing up to make their audiences laugh was then raised. Williams brought up the fact that Kevin has a lengthy comic book history and that others have worn gowns before him. Though he didn't particularly like that kind of humor, he thought Kevin was the most suitable choice for the role. Yes, Hart portrayed Kuwanzan Wallace in a Saturday Night Live routine while dressed in drag. Pope Kuwanzani was portrayed by the 44-year-old comedian and actor in this comedy. He is dancing merrily in a dress, yes, a dress, in an attempt to win over Pope Benedict XVI and the Cardinals. Hart rejected the idea that dressing up is only for fun, saying that even comedians had limitations and boundaries they wouldn't exceed. The scenario is made funnier by this. Imagine the shocked expressions on people's faces when that same individual chose to ignore his own counsel. But, as usual, Cat Williams was there to fill us in on everything. Some even speculate that by disclosing someone after the incident is over, he could be exercising caution. My spider sense is telling me Cat is not supposed to be saying any of this, a person stated. Recalled to offer up a prayer for him. Prayers are said for Cat, as the user phrased it. However, consider all the other data that may be accessible on Kevin. Who knows? Maybe in the far future, an employee may be permitted to reveal confidential information in violation of their non-disclosure agreement. We're limited to waiting and seeing. That's it for this video. Goodbye.